Nun, Sin, Aleph. The verb nasa is a very powerful and interesting word, like they all are, I guess. But it means to lift or raise or carry. So ani no say lahem, right? Ani no say lahem, to lift it up, to carry it or bear it. But another one of the important uses of the word that has a more abstract meaning in English, but is very much rooted in this understanding of lifting up or carrying, as if carrying on one's shoulders or one's back, gives us a window into Hebrew cosmology. And that is that nasa is often used as the verb to forgive, because the people of Israel imagined the structure of the cosmos in such a way that the people living on the earth did actions, deeds, divarim, deeds or events, and each of those events had some sort of concrete, substantial character to it. And it would go up, all of their deeds would go up before Lifnei Adonai, before the face of the Lord. And the Lord would see all the deeds of humankind, and some of them, the sinful deeds, would go up, and the Lord would then choose if he was going to forgive that deed or not, if his mercy and justice would be best served to forgive the deed or not. And if not, the deed would then fall back down on the head of the one who sinned, or the ones around the sinner's community, or the generations flowing from the sinner. But if the Lord chose to forgive, the Lord would, as the sinful deed arose, slide underneath it and bear the consequences, or bear the burden of the sin on his own shoulders or on his own back, and therefore forgive, because the consequences of that act or that deed would not therefore fall down upon the head of the one who did the sin. Which is why the prophets talk about the burden of your sins is becoming too heavy for me to bear, which is a provocative statement. But it points to this very reality, that sinful deeds as well as good deeds rise up and then fall down again. But if the Lord chooses to forgive, he bears the weight of that burden of our sin, which is, of course, depicted for us visually on the cross. When Christ becomes our sin, he literally bears in his body the burden and the weight and the consequences of our sin, and therefore forgives us.